Hello, good evening. My name is Mohamad Adam bin Mohamad Redhuan Shah Edwin, and I'm the group leader for Group 3 of Elementary Statistics. And my group members are Leonardo, and we have Yi Siong, and we have Elson. And today, our group will be discussing regarding an article, a statistical article regarding road accidents. So, to start off, I would like to ask Elson, could you please explain to us what is the background of the study that is being done from the article?
Okay, sure. Okay, let's move to the road transportation. Okay. Road transportation, also known as land transportation or highway transportation, refer to the movement of people, goods, or materials using road network. It involves the use of vehicles such as car, trucks, bus, motorcycle, and bicycle to transport passenger or something from one location to another. Okay. Apart from that, cross transportation give many benefit of people, but it also give negative effect, which is road accident like factor accident. A road accident also referred to as a traffic accident or a car crash. It's an unfortunate incident that occur on the roads involving one or more vehicle or other road user. It typically results in damage to property, injury, and sometimes even fatality. And injury caused by road accident is one of main killer in the world after chronic disease, such as heart disease, stroke, and large infection and heart inbreathing. However, who report of global burdens of disease project is year 2024 to that. The death accident reached 1.27 million of death every year, and it equated with the death effect by the combination of other factors. According to a report from Bukit Aman, head of traffic police, show that in Malaysia, daily death average caused by road accident was 19 people. It shows the high rate of road accident causes death if compared to the total of population in Malaysia, which is 28 billion of people. In Malaysia, a national statistic on RTA by Royal Malaysia Police show that a very significant proportion of fatal accidents were caused by motorcyclists. Okay. Recorded motor vehicle crash are leading causes of death in adolescents and young adult estimate 856,000 road death occurring annually. Worldwide, 74% are developing countries. The dramatic increase in the population and definitely number of traffic fatalities have been witnessed number of developed countries. Okay. Furthermore, the road accident generally defined as undesirable incident to occur cause of lost driving control until happen something accident was prevented, such as collision with an object or causing vehicle crash, either causing property damage, injury to driver, passenger, and the other road user. In Malaysia, road accident statistic report 2012 show that where the road accident is an accident that happened on the public road or private that causes either from negligence or lack of anybody or causes by environment factors, causes any collisions that involve at least moving vehicle with damage or injury, including that faced by anybody, property, vehicle, structure, or animal that involve the incident and complain to the police. Furthermore, the road accident usually caused by a combination of 5 factors, which is behavior of the driver, infrastructure, which is mechanic fuels, road quality, traffic volumes, and environment such as weather conditions. The effort is resolve the problem of road accident more focused to aspect is roads, physical and vehicle shapes. The goal is provide better road and vehicle as a step to reduce the road accident rate. Despite that, the behavior and prestige of driver always giving big attention because it's aspect which is important handling the problem of road accident. This issue need to be taken seriously by everyone, especially the road user about the importance of road safety in Malaysia. Although that the multiple body regarding on road safety has been formed within the government department, private agency, and voluntary organization, and launched many road safety campaigns previously. The road accident usually happen every time and everywhere, whether at the normal day or festival season. Okay, this is my okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Elson, for the explanation regarding the background of the study. And now I would like to move on to our group member Yi Siong. I would like to ask, what is the main problem of this article? What's the problem for the road accidents? And what is the reason for the article? Can you please discuss your answers?
Okay, based on Elson in telling about the background, actually he is like he is saying the title of the article, and then I just short form from the article is from Elson is the main problem in this article is describe the road traffic accident in Malaysia. In Malaysia, the definition of road accident for statistical purpose is as contained in Malaysia Road Accident Statistic Report 2012, where is road accident is an incident that happens on a public road or private that is caused either by negligence or lack of anybody or caused by environmental factors. Causing any collisions that involve moving vehicles where is damage or injuring, including death that faced by anybody, property, vehicle, structure, or animal that involve the incident and complain to the police. Besides, road accident is usually caused by a combination of four factors, which is the behavior of the driver, the infrastructure of the road quality, traffic volume, and the environment. For example, a road accident generally can be defined as an undesirable incident to occur caused by loss of driving control until happens of collision with an object or causing a vehicle crash, either crashing a property damage or injuring to the driver, passengers, and other road user or otherwise. The effort of resolve the problem of road accident is more focused on the aspect of the road physical and vehicle shape that and the goal is to provide a better road and vehicle as a step to reduce the road accident rates. Even though the road's physical and vehicle shape is important, the behavior and prestige of the driver also should be given attention to. This is because it is the aspect that is important in handling the problem of road accidents. Besides that, the aim of this article is to analyze the trend and pattern of death due to road accident in Malaysia. This issue needs to be taken seriously by everyone, especially the road user, about the importance of road safety in Malaysia. Although multiple bodies regarding road safety have been formed within the government departments, private agency, and voluntary organization, and launched many road safety campaigns previously, road accidents still happen every time and everywhere, whether on normal days or during festival season. There are various aspects of causes that need to be looked up and investigate before we find the solution or step to prevent or at least reduce number of road accident in Malaysia in the future. Beside that, this article is also have the data that show the road accident in percentage in the stage. So I will pass my talking to Adam or Leonardo to talk about the data of this from this article.
Okay. Thank you so much, Yi Siong. Okay, now we're going to move on since we already know what's the problem of this article and what's the reason for this article. Now we're going to move on into the statistical method that the researchers in this journal use in order to get the data needed to understand and derive conclusions of what is happening regarding road accidents in Malaysia. So today, right now, I'm going to ask Leonardo regarding how would you describe the statistical knowledge that has been used in this journal and whether they're using a population or a sample of the study and propose and justify an appropriate population or sample for the study if they don't use any of them. Please.
All right. Before going to the what method that is being used, the methodology used in the article are mostly descriptive statistic, and based on the article on the road traffic accident in Malaysia, descriptive statistical can be defined as a set of statistical measurements that summarize and characterize the key features of a dataset or population is referred to as descriptive statistic. By organizing it into categories and then analyzing it to come up with a summary for the data collected. Descriptive statistics commonly employed include mean, median, mode, standard deviation, variance, range, and quotas. And these measurements help to comprehend the data's central tendency, variability, and distribution. And based on the journal, it uses two different types of method, which is population and sample. Population method or technique referring to analyzing and deriving conclusions about a certain population based on data taken from the complete population rather than a sample. The purpose of this strategy is to collect data on every individual or element of the population being researched. While sample, we can define it as a subset of persons to represent the overall features properties of the population. The population technique can be can be seen inside the journal where the researchers use the percentage of each vehicle type associated with accidents in Malaysia. Whereas as for sample, it is based on the most prominent and inferior road accidents distribution in Malaysia, which is Selangor and Perlis. By making use of these two techniques is to create an explanation on why both of these states have significant difference regarding the total of road accidents occur throughout the years. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Leonardo. And now I would like to add on towards the statistical method used in this journal. Okay, so the statistical method used in this journal, based on what type of data that they use, the data that they use is actually secondary data. Because inside the journal, secondary data is a data or information collected from trusted sources. And secondary data are usually obtained from materials published from either a government or a trusted agency and other trusted individual sources. It's not something that they provide themselves. It's not something that they find data for themselves. So they take data from certain other agencies and governments. So that's why this journal uses secondary data to do their research. To support this, in the journal, the researchers use data from from World Health Organization, for example, which is in the journal itself, where they refer to certain amount of deaths regarding road accidents, and then they also use this from the Royal Malaysian Police, where they get some cases or reports of road accidents during the years in Malaysia, and also the Ministry of Transport and Road Safety Department of Malaysia. All of this will have the data regarding death data, the road accidents data. This evidence is enough to conclude that the secondary data was used in this journal by the researchers is used in order to find a pinpoint or accurate journal reading. The data collected from the trusted sources has high suitability since it is referring to the main objectives of this journal, which is road accidents. And lastly, I would like to talk about the variables that is in this journal. The variables in this journal is quantitative variables. Quantitative variables can be defined as a numerical measurement that represents amount or quantities or commonly used in elementary statistics to collect and analyze data. They are further subdivided into discrete and continuous. However, as can be seen inside the journal, it is a discrete quantitative variable. This is because every single thing in this journal can be counted. Everything is pretty much countable. Because as you can see in the journal, there's the number of states, the number of road accidents, the number of deaths caused by accidents are all everything that is countable. Bear in mind that this example shows that it's discrete variable, which is a sub-variable under the quantitative variable due to numbers that can be tallied. And as for scale of measurements, the journal uses a ratio scale of measurements. It doesn't use interval, it doesn't use nominal, or it uses ordinal. It doesn't use any of that because it only uses ratio, because ratio has a true zero. It starts from zero and it goes above. So, which correlates to the statistic that have been shown in the study. There are no indications of other scale of measurements that has been used in the study. We as a group, to further solidify this journal or this article, this research, suggest that we put in scale of measurement of nominal, ordinal, and interval. Like, for example, nominal could be applied by having a section of the study that investigates which gender that has more risk of being involved in an accident. As for ordinal, the researchers should conduct a research and survey of what is to be expected. And lastly, the interval scale can be measured by conducting an added study in the journal regarding the climate and the temperature of which states of the roads and that can be detrimental to the contribution of road accidents occurring in Malaysia, because after all, interval is something that has no true zero. So considering that temperatures and climate can affect road accidents, it can also be considered as an interval type of scale of measurements to use in this study. Based on this article, that is pretty much the statistical method that has been used in order for the researchers to gain the knowledge and to understand why road accidents happen, the trends, and everything. I think that is all from our group, and I would like to thank you everyone, and that is all. Thank you.